working on converting the tactical stuff over to C Sharp, from C Sharp to GD script. And this is going to be a long haul. It's something I need to do. We're going to work on this occasionally. Not going to see anything happening for a while. Hey, Minnie. But we're going to start working on it. So I guess what we need is we need a version of Godot that can even open this. Because I believe that I will not be able to... I don't think I'll be able to open it. Let's see. I'm going to disable the Blender import. Save and restart. Open anyways. Okay. So we are not going to be able to run the game for a long time. But we're going to work on it. We're going to get it. First thing we can do is remove the requirement for C Sharp. So we'll do that. Now this is one of the projects that I'm working on. This is the one that I feel like I had the most polish, complete thoughts, the whole thing. So we'll try and get this going.
Fartality.
So in the project settings here, I believe we can turn off the requirement for C Sharp somewhere in here. Let me see. Maybe not that. Farty my farts. Animations, application, splash, scene, debugger, image GUI root. Okay. So we have these auto loads here we're going to have to take care of. Still referring to it as Norse Punk. Movie writer stuff we can get rid of. Get rid of that. Okay, that can go away. We have the image GUI add-on, so we can get rid of the editor plugin for that. .NET. That's it right there. Okay, so disable the .NET. Is that the strongest paladin in town? Sorrow's talking about you, Minnie. But now we're going to GD script. Sorrow. Dude, we went from GD script to C Sharp and now I'm going back. Oh my God. That's the wild part. Okay, so now if we try to run this, it's just nothing's going to happen, right? Okay. But we have something. Why are we going back? Because I want to get this thing done. And I feel most comfortable in it. I do not want to do C Sharp in Linux. That's the other reason why. It's my understanding it's not a good experience. So we're going to go with the tools that I'm most comfortable with. I did love C Sharp. I love my structs, man. I'm going to miss those. But we have a struct-like solution that we've started doing in GD script that we're happy with. Yeah, I figure when I'm feeling like it, I'm going to be hitting this up. We're going to be hitting this up, making this work. So I'm going to be looking at my old code here and wanting to scream. I know that much. We have our core game code is right here. And then we have, look at all these structs. Oh my God. I did everything in arrays too. Oh, shoot. Oh Lord. And we have the idea of actors. So here's what we'll do. We'll start breaking these. So actors right here. This is. We're gonna see how much we can get by with either resources or I think initially we can get by with objects. Can we play it once just to revel in it working at first? I could try. I'd have to download it again. We'd have to get C# going on Linux. We could do it though. How do we do that? Let me see here real quick. Install package C#. How do you do C#? Oh, boot in. Time to convert. Yeah. We're just going to go for it. We're going to kind of go for it. So anyways, so I think what we need to do is, for now, we're going to create a new folder. How do I get out of here? Question mark. Fuzzy Finder. Add directories, capital A. Port, we'll call it. And then in here, we're just going to say script. And this is going to be inherits object. And this is going to be actor. Okay. And then I think we're going to be splitting the scene a lot. We're not walking away with nothing with any of this stuff. This is a project that I really was, when I came back and I saw that video. Sorrow, I'll show you the video. That this is what was, I saw this and I was like, oh my God, why did I stop? Let me go back to Twitch and show you it. I was looking through, I was trying to show somebody like, hey, I can actually make stuff. Finish it? Not so much. The SFX and the AI. Yeah, it was that one. It had all the stuffs. It had all of it. By date? Was it? Whoops. Go back. Highlights. I think it was clips. All? Was it clips? Highlights. Sorted by date. Clips. Top. All. Here we go. Do this one, do this one. Nathir clipped it. We should look for clips by Sorrow, because that would be probably what we're looking for, right? Jacob, what's up? Tactics was stacked. I know, dude. I don't know why I just left it. Well, I do. I know. I remember the order of operations of how that ended up happening. But here's some clips. If we go here. It's another one. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one where I was like, oh my God. I saw this and it made me really sad. Look at that. Oh, this is called polish. Polish me, baby. Polish me, daddy. Polish me, daddy. All right, so looking good. Right. So look at that. I have a plan for what we're gonna do. What the big thing that slowed me down though was the character stuff. I was worried about art. Yep, that was the big thing. It was 100% the big thing. S-Byte. I mean, he kind of remembers that time period. Well, that clip was from 1984. I don't know. It was S-Byte's just an int. So current S-Byte. I don't know what the deal is with that, but we're going to say var current int var. This is plural for actors. A struct of actors. Ah, yes. Current. The current actor. This was a lookup. Okay, actor. So then we had the sprite. The hell's sprite? Oh god, this is going to be a nightmare. Oh lord. Oh man, C#. Oh good lord. That's a type, right? Sprite. What? I don't know. Sprite question mark? I don't know. Side. This was just a I don't know. It says side, so side is another struct. I think I had them all in one spot. Didn't I have... Was it globals? Actor side. Types. Animation speed. Cursor speed. Config. Loading session capture utilities. Director debugger. Auto loads. Right. AI. Resources. Actor. Actor CS. Ready. Everything was so lean. AI. No idea what that's about. AI is a bool. Oh, if it is an AI or not. Active. It's bool. Knocked out. Bool. Growling, what's up? I was worried about art. I was affected a lot by my mom's. I'll be honest, that was a big part of it too. Was like something happened then with my mom's health. I can't remember what it was. Um But I remember having to be away for a little bit. And then when I came back, I sort of spiraled. Um, so I remember that being a factor. I'm forgetting. Is Godot Vect2i? But I think I have a solution for the creative holdup. The other thing, the real thing that killed it for me was I was kind of doing it tied to a friend and getting him to kind of come in with me on this journey. And I just couldn't make it happen. And that really took the wind out of my sails for the whole thing in general. And so there was that as well. But I distinctly remember there being something about my mom's health happening. And short.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool?
Ooh,
Yeah,
got a raid.
cool.
You think it's cool?
It's cool.
It's not cool.
Sarson Zero, thank you for the raid. How's it going? I appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. Let me do you a shout out. What are you working on? You can go check out the channel. Did I not get that? Why did it not let me shout out? Oh, you know what? I didn't spell shout out right. Play-by-play co-op mercenary sim. Is this we're talking same screen? Or you doing multiplayer? Let me check it out. Do you have any VODs? Let's see. Yeah. I gotta go say goodnight to my son here in just a second. Damn, we're doing this hardcore. So we're doing so it's web based. So we're talking multiplayer. Play by post. Everyone uses their own computer. Oh, I see. Ooh, you could do this with like a command line thing too, huh? So we're doing SQL, PHP. Okay, okay. And then you're doing some how are you doing the drawing here? Is this just are you doing like JavaScript for the working on the back end? Okay. Is this just like HTML and CSS? I mean, obviously it's a web page, right? But JS canvas front end. Dude, it's nice to see somebody on the rational side of the internet. It's like, oh, I'm doing it in React. Like, why? Minimal HTML and CSS. Yeah, it's yeah. Let me give you a follow. I'll be right back. I have to go say goodnight to my son. All right, I'm back. I gotta run a raid and run. All right, thank you. Sorry for having the bell like that real quick. Okay, back to work here. So yeah, we're porting everything back to GDScript. We're looking at what we're doing here. I can see what I was doing, and the funny thing is, it's just like, oh, cool. Now I can't do it that way. um. And these are the status. You know what else? I worked on this for a long time. Like, I started over on this project too. I remember. Not even talking about the C# rewrite, but the just the whole thing. Cuz I learned so much that so this is an array of abilities. I love you too, Minnie. I do have a plan for all of this as far as um well, I don't know that there's anyone here that would want to play Tetris with me, Minnie. But if anyone wants to do the Tetris break, let me know. Medusa, do you want to? Oh, I don't know that you can play on the iPad. It's pretty intense, Minnie. Is there a way we can measure our progress on this, I wonder? It took me until I was 20 years to beat my dad at chess. Really? Oh, I don't know. She may have already beat me. I was watching her at the library and she was with this other kid and he was talking about how good he was at chess and he beat her. And then they played again and then he got real quiet. I don't know what was going on, but I think his enthusiasm for how good he was suddenly started depleting. I could beat him. Yeah, yeah. See, my daughter, when she plays chess, she feels bad for you. And she doesn't have the killer heart. She doesn't have killer instinct. She'll intentionally fumble to give you a chance. And it's like, I keep telling her, like, you can't play that way because people, when you play against somebody, they're not going to. I beat him. What was he? He was talking about castling. That's not true. I don't do that. I feel like you've done it. I feel like you've done it before, but maybe not. Maybe not. Most of this is inputs. Checkers, yeah. Set current state. Okay, this is the core of everything. Yep, yep. I remember all this. Yeah, this is actually really simple. I was stunned about how simple some of this stuff was to get going. The hard part was figuring out the scoring mechanic and everything in or not mechanic, but how to do the scoring with the AI. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and add a new script and we're going to call it game. And I suppose the core of this will just be a node. And we still have an auto load called game. So we're going to go over here and we're going to get rid of that. Might as well get rid of all of them. You know what? Okay, we're gonna set a new loading thing here. Reload from disk, and we'll go ahead and create folder scenes and main assets. Get rid of mgui. Yeah, this wasn't very scene heavy. Okay. And we'll go ahead and create a static class called config.
That's cool.
What the hell?
Cool?
Oh,
Yeah,
we've
cool.
gone
You
full
think
circle.
It's cool?
It's cool.
It's not cool.
Full circle today with Robin. Do a shout out. M, how you doing? We are the human centipede, but we're stitched back into ourselves. That's quite a visual. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm spending a little time tonight working on an old classic, an old cricket classic. Guys, you remember when I actually had a working game that I basically just needed to finish? Do you remember that? So some nights I'm going to be hitting this up. Let me show you a clip of what it used to look like. This is what we're doing here, boys. So we're gonna get the tactical game going. I have an angle for it now. Let me show you. I feel like we've all been there before. Yeah. So this thing here. Let's see if I can find the. See if I can find it. I gotta finish something. But this project, I left and I saw a clip of it. I showed a clip of it, and I was like, "What have I done?" Where is it? Why did I walk away from this? Where's the polish? Here it is. So here's the clip where I saw this and I was like, "Oh dang! I used to make things." Here it is. So this is the tactical game, basically where we left it. I'll show you this clip here once again. So
look at that.
if you're familiar with Final Fantasy
this is
Tactics,
called
the stage and everything
polish.
should look familiar.
Polish me, baby. Polish me, daddy. Polish me, daddy. All right, so looking good.
Anyways, that was it. I saw that and I was like, "Oh man, I remember that. I was making that." Doddle, welcome in. So, anyways, we're converting this sumbitch back to GD script, and we're gonna keep going on it slowly over time, mostly behind the scenes. I'm gonna kind of shadow drop this on you guys. Basically, the minute that you see I've got it working exactly like what you just saw there, I'm gonna stop developing it on the stream and do it on the outside. Until I have something worth showing. But we have for the game, I mean, this is the part where I'm kind of just wanting to beat my face in. We had working AI, we had utility scores. The AI was like designable for each class. I did so much. We had an animation system, animation queue, and it's all still there. Yeah, it's all still there. a bunch of that stuff, and there's like a million reasons why I just dropped it. I was talking about it. One was I was kind of trying to do it with a friend, and I was tied so much to them coming with me on the journey that I just lost enthusiasm for the project, as I couldn't pull them into it and get them excited about it. And then the other thing was, there was a lot of ups and downs with my mom's health back then even. And I recall there was a brief period where I had to take a hiatus, and that really screwed me up. And then I just sort of spiraled. And the main thing is also like, how do I do the look and all that thing? I saw a fellow tactical dude. Yeah. That was what brought us together. Yeah. Our long lost love story. Same with Sorrow. That's why Sorrow is here. Sorrow's all about the tactics, and that's what brought Sorrow here. So yeah, so we're converting this away from C# back to GDScript, which is funny. I don't want to say it, guys, but that's what we started with originally, was GDScript. There's two reasons for it, but the main reason is I do not want to do C# on Linux. Why am I here though? I don't know. How did you get here, Dustin? I'm trying to remember. Was it the baking game? I got so many messages that I have to go scroll so far back. Three years, 3 weeks. Damn, so it wasn't that. I told Dustin to get his ass in here. Wasn't until the past year. Gotta get some sleep. All right, M, have a good night. M Audio, for all your audio needs, visit M Audio. Come on down to M Audio. Yee-hoo! You want music? Check. You want sound effects? Okay, we got them. Voice work? It's all there. F-Mod? Yeah, that's there too, I guess. But really, she's a wise lady. Wise. Loves her them wise. Good night, M. She's like running back to her computer. Ah, I don't like it at all. Somehow we gotta kidnap Tina. Calvin spent the day in the house. He was really upstairs mostly. He's a good dog. Really good self-control around food.
What the dog doing?
Just wants to be loved. Just wants to be loved. So anyways, now that we're porting it away from C#, all I'm thinking about is how much I'm going to miss all these structs. Goodbye, structs. Goodbye. Goodbye. So audio structs. Inputs, mouse. So yeah, we're getting her going again. This is some magical juice here for this is the key for the diametric. So if you're ever wondering and you're doing some research, Tactics uses what's called a dimetric angle, not an isometric. And these are the values here that you're going to want to know about if you're ever doing those. Okay. That's something there for you. The trick is to have the camera at a certain angle and so on. Nice. Yeah, I tried one time and I couldn't figure out why ISO wasn't right. Yeah. So instead of a 35-degree angle, the camera's down a little bit lower on a 26. Keep speaking your stuff, Magic Man. So we got...
Huh?
There's a good resource here I can reference you to. Wikipedia, isometric, diametric, isometric projection. Yeah, so this is the 30-degree angle of an isometric projection, right? And here's the camera rotation you have to have. So 45 and you're at 35.264, right? That's that number there. That's isometric. So you get your camera at this angle and that's that. And everything's flat projection. But then it's diametric. This is tactics. Diametric. And actually, if you're familiar with tactics, what is the main theme called? There's a name for it in the music of tactics. And that is a big hint as to the entire design of the game. Okay. I just went with vibes. Indeed. Okay. So, we got these two structs here. We're going to bring them over mouse and inputs. Cursor positions, inputs. Where are you coming from, boy? Let's see. Where are you coming from? Let's see. Uh-huh. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and create script here. Inputs. Objects. Okay. And we have it capitalized. We don't want to do that. Rename. Oh, no. It is lowercase. Inputs. Okay. So that's loaded. And we're going to come over here. And go over here. And go here. We need some way of marking that we've done some of these. Does anyone have any suggestions for that? So cursor position. So var cursor position. Vector 2i. Var accept action time pressed is a double, so that's a float. Var. Oh, you know the other thing we had in this? Do you guys know the other thing that we had in this? We had input recording. We could play back someone's session by just playing back their inputs.
Miss Cricket's trying to get a hold of you.
Did you guys know that? Check your messages, Papa. Which ones? What messages? Oh, let's see. Let's go back. I don't know. I started doing game dev again. Told myself I would only stay on the software and game dev category until I finished a game about 10 months ago. Discovered Godot and ended up here on a raid. Nice. Finally ventured back into normal Twitch recently. Still haven't finished my game. I have a card game set up and I need to port from Unity at some point. I spent a long time getting the cards in the hand to look arbitrarily natural despite the hand count. I see. Yep. I mean, if you already got it in Unity, is there a big pressing reason why you would port it to Godot, or is it just your new sort of favorite place to be? Because maybe you should just wrap that up if you can. Cursor timer is a double, so that's a float. Okay, there's our inputs. So we recreated the struct accordingly. And actually, yeah, we make the whole thing static. How about that? since we're trying to be like a struct. But clearly, I believe. No, I'm guessing we use input in some sort of. No, we record the inputs. That's right. I'm remembering now. So this really should be not an object. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? A resource. Okay, so we'll keep it as a resource. It's your new favorite place to be. Medusa Unity, Dustin. Couldn't imagine going back to Unity for how much is left of it. The fundamentals can be ported easily. Godot be ballin'. Whatever your tools, whatever your toolbox and whatever your tools are, you know. It's a bit like somebody like it's like picking your tools, you know? It's like there's people who are like the Michigan whatever, and then there's people who are like, you know, they only get their tools from Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. And it's like I already got all my stuff. I'm stuck in this battery style. Right? It's like I already got all the batteries for my thing. I'm stuck. Me like hammer, me smash. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah. Yeah, I came across Godot in the early days for 3 something. It was like 3.1 or 3. I think I might have been 3. Dang, I mean there's probably clips way back, right? I mean, we looked and we saw when I was streaming, it was like it's been almost 6 years, I think. I got to come up with something, guys. So we're going to close inputs. Now we'll do mouse. So we've got mouse here. Last grid position is vector 2. Rotating is a bool. Has rotated. Now I'm guessing this is the kind of thing where I could probably get some language model to do this for me, right? Dude, I had mouse rotation. That was wild to figure out too. And it was like perfect. All right, there's mouse. We're moving along. Moving on up. Nothing can stop you. Bottom do 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 do. Bottom do do. So we'll close this one out. Auto loads. Right, we had to do this weird stuff because of C#. I remember that. Oh, there is a weird. What was that? There is a weird part of this project. I'm remembering it now. Manny got thirsty. Boom, boom, doo, 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 doo. Boom, boom, doo, doo. Config. Static. So, does anyone else not like using constants in Godot because when you change them at runtime, they don't update immediately for development? Does anyone else feel that way? Because I sure do. Animation speed is a float. And its default value is 1.0. Const. I hardly use var and GDScript if I don't have to. Yeah. I just wish, I don't know. And I think maybe it's partly just like a way of setting it up where how am I feeling about this? How long do I think this is going to take to port and get back to I'm not sure. I would say I'm guessing this is going to be for total time, probably 2 working days. But then we'll have it. You know what I could do is if I don't decide to do anything with this, I could sell the whole project to somebody and be like, "Hey, I made this tactical thing." Isn't a constant expression. Isn't that depending on a string? Const, do I need to say string? What am I getting wrong there? Get user dir. Get user data dir. And this is a static, right? Get user data dir. What am I doing wrong here? Assign value for constant logs directory isn't a constant expression. It's because this. It can't be a const. This has to be a static. Because we're using a function call to collect its data. Okay. No. Jacob, free copy of multiplayer. Damn. Jacob. I gotta just give Jacob a copy of the tactics game. I'll be fine with it selling for 10 million. Selling it for 10 million. All right. Tomorrow grind? No, I won't be Wednesdays and Thursdays. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Unless it's nighttime. I won't be there. Have a good night, Fiera, man. I'm gonna do a shout out to Fiera. Wishlist Fiera's game right now. Fiera's actually making a game. So check out Fiera if you got time. Shoot, you know what I'm doing wrong with consts here? Do you guys capitalize all consts? What's the casing for const? I screwed it up, guys. All capital letters, word specify. All right. Does anyone know some Vim foo here? Lazy Vim. Capitalize. Highlight. Highlight. Capitalize visual. Let's see. Toggle case. Tilde. Under the cursor. So if I go like this, and then I do a tilde. Oh! Okay. There we go. So can I don't know how to do the highlight of multiple things. Set action timer's afloat, and we are at 0.25. Const. Total battle cards. I don't even remember what that mechanic was. Const. Feedback. Earl. My name is Earl. You ever do good things happen to you something or another, Taco Bell? My name is Earl. Const. Oh, we had some cool stuff with the changelog too. Man, I had a bunch of stuff ready for... Don't think about it, Cricket. Just keep going. Okay. Control-Shift-V. It's in muscle memory. No one will ever know it. Oh, Minnie's going to bed. All right, good night, Minnie. Let's cash it in tomorrow or
What the
next
dog
stream.
doing?
Next stream. Sorry, sweetheart. But I gotta warn you, why the hell is there 17 of you watching me right now? I just hovered over the viewer count. What is wrong with you? It's the middle of the night. What are you guys doing? Tom Millman, how you doing? Tom Millman. I wish Tom Millman would come back and stream again. But Tom Millman is too busy becoming James Bond. And I imagine Tom Millman's just like out there doing very Tom Millman-y things. Oh my God. Look at these. Oh, lords. Look at all these things I made. Jesus. That's an enum. Oh, Lord. A bunch of enums. All right, we're going to take a break from the configs for a little bit. Let's go back to the game code. Let's go over here. Why is there anything wrong with games right now? Okay, we've done inputs, we've done mouse. Now we're into game. We have a bunch of stuff here. We've got mode. Okay. All right, so then we need AI. Node. Let's go object for now. Tom Millman, mills near me. Imagine if Tom worked in a mill. It's definitely a, what's the name for, like, Smith and, like, it's an Anglo-Saxon root, right? But there's a name for names that are, like, last names that are, like, that's just what they did. Class names AI, extends object, game, var, AI, colon, AI, equals AI, new. Just like that. AI is not declared. Bull, poopy, it's right there. Do I need to make it capital I? Is there, I know that's like kind of against the rules, but we're going to do it. There we go. AI is not declared in the current scope. Yes, it is. It's right there. I see it with my own eyes. Mine eye is a minotaur. Fine. And then we have the autoload singleton something or another. So we're going to get rid of this. This is our core. Game is the core. Now that should go away. Game hides autoload singleton. We got to reload. That's what's going to fix that. And probably got to actually quit out of here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Okay. Reload. LSP is disconnected. Should be reconnected. Go back over to game. What is going on here? Why am I not able to navigate right now? There we go. Still complaining. Game hides autoload singleton. What? Project settings. Lobs. Game. Goodbye. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to split it up. Like that. Go back over here. Nice thing about this is it's letting me take a look at the code again. And some of my sensibilities have changed slightly. Not too much. But A little bit. But that's called bike shedding, right? There's the class name. So current ability. Why do we have this separated out? I don't know. This is saying it's an ability. I believe ability is actually a... why would we make a new one? I believe ability is a... a resource. Main actor, theater UI. Characters. Properties. Where is everything for this game? Where's all my code? I don't think it's showing the C# stuff. So we got to look at it from in here. So if we look at, oops, if we bring up the Explorer here and we go to main and then resources, yeah, here's the CS for ability and all that stuff. Okay, so this is everything here. Right, and ability, again, this was some magic here, guys. This is pretty straightforward, but it was also not bad. Okay, yes, I'm remembering. It's all coming back to me now. It's coming back to me. Oh my gosh, I remember a lot of this. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we figured out a lot. Oh man. God, I have everything here to make a game. He claims that people pick jobs due to their names. No, the other way around. They were given the name from their job. It was like, you know, everyone had like a Hebrew name. It was like Jacob. And then it's like Jacob Smith. Because there was like 7 Jacobs. And if you said Jacob Smith, you're like, oh yeah, okay, the guy that's a Smith. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Bye, Minnie. What are we talking about? Oh, so you found the name? What was the name called? What was the thing called? Nominative determinism is the hypothesis that people tend to gravitate towards area of their work or interests that fits their names. Oh, no. So let me look it up. What is it called when someone's last name was their job title? Aptronym? Aptronym? Maybe? I don't know. I don't think that's it. I'm a big fat phony. Jacob, how's the release going? Jacob's getting himself cozy with the idea of releasing a game on Steam. Doing a soft launch on itch. Good night, sweetie. Sleep good. Don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We'll see how everyone feels in the morning, okay?
I'm on board with the thing.
The thing?
Vi's mom picks me up, but that does mean I don't get to see my friend, which means, yeah.
Got our capsule artist for Steam too. Nice. Game Dell. What is this Game Dell thing? A Game Dell is a game where you guess games. What is your favorite video game? Blue. No, wait. Can't remember how to do an enum right now off the top of my head. We know how to uppercase these guys, right? Oh no, it flipped the case. What did you say it was? What was the muscle memory for
ride of your
uppercasing Medusa? Tilde seems to flip casing. Well, Tilde does almost the job, but everything's upside down now. And that wasn't my muscle memory. Let's see. Vim uppercase. Multi-line column thing. G W E Control V. Okay, but even if we do that, U. It's just capital U. There we go. So you just highlight what you want. So let's try Control V. No, that doesn't work. But if we visualize, there we go. For multiple roles, then you L around and J. Oh, I see. I gotcha. There we go. Some of our Vim Foo. Together we make almost a complete programmer. Let's see, if I was really smart, I'd say V, 4, J, Shift U, right? If I was really smart. V, 5, J, U. Like that. And everyone would be like, wow, he really knows his Vim. And I'd say, sure. Okay. So now we aren't dead on our ability. I'm going to say we're probably 5% of the way. However, a lot of this is going to go pretty quickly once. Els, what's up? Oh, thank you for the ass busting wishes. I appreciate it. Let me, guys, I got to see if my friend is, we're going to do anything tonight. Tonight? Let's see what he says. Els, we're hitting up the tactical thing occasionally. So we're just chilling, hanging out, doing that right now. But I can show you. Let me show you the tree game here real quick. Let me go there. Yeah, the old one, yeah. Ignore the floating ball. Hang on, maybe I can hide that. Feels like a Dune thing. Just having a floating ball in my game. Whoosh, whoosh. Fear is the mind killer. Okay. So we go here and we bust out our chainsaw. And we go. We can cut off some wood. Let's come over here. So it's coming along. We're going to be adding Skyrim style mechanic of picking up the piece, and then we're gonna have a wood chipper. We're gonna chip the wood. And we've learned a bunch of stuff about, and these are like real physics bodies down here, so I can theoretically like bump into them. Yeah, there we go. We're learning a lot about how to make the wood stuff happen. And we've determined that we've done, as far as working days are concerned, if it was an 8-hour working day, we've done 7 days of work on the prototype. So I'm feeling really good about what I've gotten so far on that. But yeah, the tactical thing, I think I have an angle for it that in terms of doing art and everything where I don't feel like I'm just going to give up because I can't find a style. And so basically just going with a completely different approach for not having characters, and but without diving into that too much. Yeah, for now we're just getting it all ready to get it up and running again. I'm remeshing it. So every time you pull out the chainsaw and hold down the button to saw and make contact with the wood, I split the mesh based on the angle of the blade. So we're doing a CSG at runtime. CSG is like an old school for it's Godot supports it. Constructive solid geometry, which essentially allows you to perform 3 different operations on geometry using other geometrical shapes. So you can do an intersection, a union, or a difference. And so we have a CSG object on the scene tree, and then we take the original mesh that we're trying to cut, and then we run through the same space. We have a giant block, essentially, that's on the left side of the saw, and we use that to then subtract the mesh from that end, and then we use intersection, or we use difference to subtract the side on the left, and then we use intersection to get the side on the right, and then we do a bunch of wild stuff to then restitch everything back together, and we're adding new rigid body that we put the mesh into, and then we're creating a new collision shape and all that stuff as well. And then we just instantly glue it back together like nothing happened. So you don't even see it, but it's happening. And so you can Fruit Ninja the tree up. I have an example of that, what that kind of looks like, but I can't show it right now because there's just so much involved in what I'm working on right now but yeah, you could just come up and just slice the tree into like bits for a while there when I was getting it working. But now I'm trying to get it to be like you're actually cutting into wood. So that's changing some things, but to show like this is like possible now, stuff like this. It's possible to cut it up. So, but yeah, the next thing we'll be working on is actually getting the saw blade to cut into the wood. So not only are we splitting the mesh into 2 and then reattaching it back to itself, sort of, we'll also be subtracting from both sides of the mesh the width of the blade as you cut into it. Because oftentimes when you're cutting a tree, you'll cut underneath and then above, so it snaps cleanly. And so we'll be doing that as well. But that's just getting it to break off and have the joint and all that stuff has unveiled a whole host of like problems that I never encountered before. And so we're working through that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I can actually show. Well, I won't right now, but we gotta finish something though here, guys. But I really did so much work on the tactics thing. That read emails. That's great. Can't hang out, but good luck. All right, dude. Have a good one. Is it gradual, instant, or pure threshold right now? It's instant, but then we create a new joint, and then we create two new rigid bodies where the cut is, and then we join them together at that point, back together. So you don't even know that it's done it. And then, yeah. So that's what's going on there. But there's a lot of little things that we need to do still with all that. And specifically with joints, the joint direction and the joint has to be a part of the scene tree in a certain way. It has to be a child. This is what I'm discovering. It has to be a child on a rigid body. So what we do need to have is on the tree, we do need sort of a root, like the idea of a tree coming up and then the branches coming out, connecting to each other. And this would, the first part is A, the second part is B, C. Like the idea that, wow, that's a really bad B. Hard to do with a mouse. But that the joint is always off of something, and it has to be connected to the rigid. It has to be in the rigid body's relative space, so that if that rigid body moves, the joint moves with it. Otherwise, that explains why some of the problems that we've been having when I was procedurally generating the trees, and it would all kind of fall apart, is because the joints weren't moving, but the rigid bodies would start to move. And as they would start to move, the tension of pulling them back would happen because they'd be so far away from the joint. And so that would cause like that wiggle thing that we were seeing. I don't know if you saw that. But yeah. You're doing all that during the cut? Yeah, it's like that. I mean, the actual code isn't that big of a deal. I can show you it's actually surprisingly simple. So if we look at the scene here, oops, wrong thing. Here we go. This is it. I mean, this is technically all that's involved in it, is this set here. That's all the code for the, oops. That's all the code that it takes to make it happen. It was right here. So code-wise, it's not a lot. It's just, that's to do the mesh slicing. So that's that right there. And I mean, the easy way to visualize it, I'll show you here in Godot. I can show this really quick. So we need a CSG combiner. So you have a CSG combiner, and then you get a CSG mesh. In this case, I'm just going to do the cylinder to represent the branch, right? So Here's our branch. And we'll give it 24 sides and make it a little bit bigger. And a little bit bigger. Okay, so there's our mesh. And then this is our branch, right? And then we have just a giant ass cube. So we just do a big ass cube. It's on the left side of the chainsaw. Okay. And so the chainsaw is straight down the middle here. And then instead of doing a union, what we do is we do a subtraction. And now, if it was big enough, like it's pretty large. It goes on for a while, right? It's a big old fatty cube. Okay, so it's huge, but the point is that it's on one side of our chainsaw. So let me just go from the top view here. Right there. So if you subtract from that side, you get this end here. And if you intersect from it, and the scene order matters, actually. So you want to, the order of the scene is important. So we subtract, let's move this down here. What's going on? Empty shape. What are you talking about? Oh, we don't want that. We want this one. There we go. Subtraction. There we go. So if we subtract, we get one end. And then if we do intersect, we get the other end. That's it. Yeah. Oh God, what's happening with all the laughing? What the hell are you guys doing? What the crap is going on? Doesn't it feel that way with like really big streamers that you're just sort of the runoff? Like you're the sewer drain. you're like underground. You know, it's like sometimes it's like, why don't I have a lot of viewers right now? And you're like, oh, everybody that's in my chat's actually over here. It's like, okay, I got it. Anyway, so that's basically it. So big ass CSG box on one side of the blade, intersection, subtraction. And we save both from CSG Combiner as a mesh. And then we rebatch all of the position of everything using the transforms. And then we figure out our center point based on where the cut was. We put a joint there. We join the left and the right sides. There's a lot more magic going on there that I'm doing, but that's the basic idea. I sound really bored when I explain that because I've done it. I've got it. It took me so long to get going that I can just kind of drone on and stuff. So, but yeah, it's all Godot stuff. The key thing though is you don't use CSGs permanently. You use the CSGs to create the mesh. That's the key thing. Don't use CSGs as a permanent solution. Use the CSGs to generate the next mesh, basically. And then you just clear off you keep the CSG combiner running in the scene. And you just empty the children. And the next time you need to do another one, you just pop it all in there. It was all Robin's fault. Robin's getting everyone distracted. Yeah. It's not too hard though. It's not hard at all. It's just it's like the physics stuff and getting all that, and that's a lot. It's just a lot of little things. And I'm still not there. Like there's still like a bunch to it that I still have to integrate and get right. And like the joints specifically, it's actually quite difficult. There's a lot of metadata that I have to create in order for this to be right. I am Robin, I am in the is that Lannis channel that you're talking about? The Discord channel for game dev? Cuz I am in there. The really busy Discords I just can't engage in cuz I get kind of overwhelmed. It's like going into a party and I just end up in the corner somewhere. You know? It's like, "Oh, wow. There's a lot of things going on here. I'll go over here. I feel comfortable in this corner over here." No, I mean the streaming group you're in. Oh, I'm in something. I'm in something. Is it not that one? I don't even know. Indie game developers. Oh, is the question how did I get in it? That one by Falconeer. Yeah. It's funny. I ended up. That's an example. I had to leave Falconeer's Discord just because it was so like noisy. I was like, I can't do this. Falconeer's great though. And you know, I should create a new club. I have thought about I really want to do a jam game with like a lot of people that I know are Godot developers. And just be like, "Hey, I know we got a bunch of balls in the air. We love playing with our balls, guys. But I would love to just try and do something as a group and see what we could come up with." The problem, and I wish that somebody would come up with this, is I wish that Steam is just like, "Hey, this game was made by 4 people. We're going to split the revenue this way in like a pie, you know? And then we'll take care of our local taxes." Right? And you just split the money out to people. I just wish you could do that with it. Because I think that would create a whole band of people working together. Yeah, kind of. It gets really hard with international stuff, though. It's really hard if people aren't in the same country, and like, you know, that's when it gets to be really hairy. So unfortunately, our genius president here has decided to make that kind of commerce even harder to do, because otherwise it's stealing from us. because he has the intelligence of a 4-year-old. The economic intelligence of a 4-year-old. There's some way to do a partner membership where you don't get taxed up front. Yeah, and you end up paying more that way too. That's what sucks about it. LLC, sure, friends, yeah, across the world, yeah. Yeah, basically just like a website that just does you sell game and and it just is revenue shared. And then split it out. Right, but then so the problem with that is as soon as you liquidate the cash, you get taxed in your country's thing, right? And so you want to do it. It's almost like how rich people set up companies in overseas and stuff. You want to do it in a country where the gains tax is like low, and then also the currency translation isn't brutal. So, you must be a partner to make a streaming group. I didn't know partner is the higher level one. I didn't know Falconeer was that high up. That is Whack Daddy. I've also wanted to make a group of a League of Extraordinary Support devs where we actively retweet people's posts and all of that stuff. And it's just like, hey, I posted this thing. Could I get some hype on it? And it's just like manipulate the algorithm group. It's like play the system. Don't hate the player. All right, boys and girls, we're gonna bail out. Making some progress here. This is all boring stuff I didn't want to do, but we're gonna get through it. We're not gonna walk away from this project with nothing. God damn it. This is like I came across this in the desert and it was dead and dying, and I poured some water in its mouth and I was like, I'm getting you home. And we're gonna cross the finish line, lips chapped, bleeding, red, peeling skin. We're gonna do it. Control V. Can I shove this around with Control V? Like I want to shove these words around. I guess I can Control V word yank, or Control V word deletes, and then Control V. Can I skip the word though? How do I get over by a word? See, that's not what I want. Anyways. That's a Boolean. We'll get there. That'll repeat the last action. All right. Let's raid. Arya's playing video games.
Yeah, all that to say, what I'm thinking. So let's just do a 360 by 180. Is that the correct resolution?
Yeah, we'll do Moonwood Games.
Not even close.
Oh, here we go.
1280. I must have done
Let me go there. Thanks for the suggestion. Moonward raid. I'm trying to find the Migs Creates Games. Is that spelled right? Because I can't find them. All right, doing Moonward. Gonna raid Moonward. Now I'm saying Moonward.
Yeah.
Screwing
we'd
me up.
absolutely love to hear.
Screwing me up, man. All right, much love to everybody out there. See you guys in 2 days. If I'm streaming, it'll be at night, and we'll be continuing to chip away at this little project here. Bye-bye!